Hi everyone, my name is Vivian Watson. I'm very excited to announce that I'm going to be the news director for the Mustang Morning News next year. It's been an honor to work with the current news director, Matthew Colin, and I've really grown as a journalist throughout the past year. The Mustang Morning News focuses on accurate, reliable information that you can count on, whether that be for school updates or hard-hitting news. We're also always looking for new staff members, so whatever your passion is, whether it be art or sports, you will find an outlet for that at the Mustang Morning News. If you have any questions at all, feel free always to DM us on Instagram at the Mustang Morning News. Thank you so much for watching this show, and I hope you enjoy it.
The Mustang Morning News is a public forum for student expression. Students make all content decisions, and opinions do not necessarily represent those of the Manhattan Beach Unified School District.
Multiple states have recently passed laws to ban abortions, but what would happen if Roe v. Wade was overturned entirely?
And we found out why Ukrainian refugees are treated differently from those of other countries.
This is the Mustang Morning News. Welcome to the Mustang Morning News. I'm Vivian Watson.
And I'm Kyle Farrell.
Get ready to test your knowledge with the Costa Quiz.
Here's how it works. Go to our Instagram story at Mustang Morning News and respond with your name, your teacher's name, and your answer for today's question for a chance to win a shout out for you and your class.
Here's today's question. College Board is the company that makes the SAT, PSAT, and all of the AP tests. How much money did they earn annually from their standardized tests? A, $100 million, B, $250 million, C, $675 million, or D, $1.1 billion?
Think you know the answer? Submit it through the response box on our Instagram story now at Mustang Morning News. The Supreme Court case Dobbs v. Jackson's Women's Health Organization is challenging Roe v. Wade, therefore challenging the rights to an abortion. Allison Custer and Zoe Fan report on what America would look like without abortion rights.
Roe v. Wade, a Supreme Court case, protects the right to get an abortion in every state here in America. Though recently, after 50 years, more citizens have become dissatisfied with the current laws. Due to new regulations in recent years, abortion rights have gone down by 20%, as some states have tried to regulate abortion as much as they can. In a new court order, Mississippi asks the Supreme Court to uphold its 15-week abortion ban, which conflicts with Roe v. Wade. If the order is granted, Roe would be considered overturned, and it would leave the states to decide individually what their majority would like to put in place. As of April, 26 states are certain or likely to ban abortion without Roe.
Any ban on abortion is going to be allowed to go into effect. So at any point in the gestational process.
As regulations become stricter, people do not stop getting abortions and try to seek them out elsewhere, sometimes in unsafe ways.
It will be harder to access if a law passes, but people are still going to have abortions regardless of what the law says.
In America, 48% of all induced abortions are unsafe, resulting in an estimated 23,000 preventable pregnancy-related deaths every year. When it comes to California, there are laws in place that explicitly protect the right to get an abortion, though this is not common across America. It was reported that 61% of community college students who have children after enrolling do not finish their education. This includes men who are forced to drop out to provide for their growing families. Here at Costa, students must take into account the regulations of other states as they leave for college.
In case something ever does happen, I would be incredibly scared to go to college there and to live there.
Mississippi's court order is expected to be decided in June. For the Mustang Morning News, this is Allison Custer and Zoe Fan.
The Beauty and the Beast play is canceled Wednesday through Saturday due to almost a quarter of the cast testing positive for COVID. The drama department will suffer financial loss due to the renting of costumes and royalties for music. The The crew spent a total of 4 months and have performed 3 of the 8 shows. For the Mustang Morning News, this is Caden Kubler.
Teacher of the Year for MiraCosta.
Chemistry teacher Teresa Nielsen was awarded the MiraCosta Teacher of the Year last Thursday, being the first nominated teacher since the 2018-2019 school year.
It's a tremendous honor.
Ms. Nielsen is now in the running for the MBUSD Teacher of the Year against the other nominated teachers in the district, and if she wins, she could advance up all the way to the state level.
To be honest with you, I'm honored enough just to be selected amongst these stellar teachers that are on this campus. In my opinion, a good teacher is one who connects well with students, who has their respect, and I think I gain student respect by understanding what it's like to be in their shoes.
The MBUSD Teacher of the Year is already decided and is set to be announced in the next couple of days. For the Mustang Morning News, this is Matthew Cullen.
Last Wednesday, MiraCosta Link crew put on their annual Costa Cella. There was a raffle with prizes such as tickets to the popular music festival Beach Life. Also raffled off were gift cards to Spider Surfboards, El Gringo, and Handel's Ice Cream. For musical performances from the drama department, as well as other musical groups here at Costa. Clubs were also able to take advantage by selling food to help with their funding. For the Mustang Morning News, this is Seth Golewski.
A recent study by YouGov finds that many Americans are willing to welcome Ukrainians fleeing from violence. However, fewer Americans are willing to welcome refugees from nations such as Afghanistan and Syria. Kyle Farrell, Mac Bender, and Harry Alberth report on this bias and how it affects people in need.
The war in Ukraine has created over 5 million refugees, which are being forced into neighboring European countries such as Poland. Poland is accepting these white refugees, which is a sharp contrast to how they were denying refugees at the Poland-Belarusian border.
And those people are being left to die in the forest, while Ukrainians are being welcomed literally at the borderline, hugged and carried across the border.
In the last few months, Ukraine refugees have gained lots of recognition by the world, such as companies changing their logos to match the Ukrainian colors, and people putting up Ukraine flags in their homes. But what we don't hear about as much anymore is places like Afghanistan.
Even in the news now, you don't hear even people mentioning Afghanistan anymore as if it's a hot conflict, but it is. And just yesterday, bombs went off and killed students just trying to go to school. But it's not even listed as a war anymore.
A YouGov poll showed that 54% of American adults think that the United States should accept refugees from Ukraine, while 42% agree that Syrians and Afghans, and even less at 35% for El Salvadorian refugees.
There's this double standard that's unfolding right now. You'll see the same at the southern border with the US and Mexico, where Ukrainians are being allowed into America, but everyone else is not.
The Refocus Media Group gives refugees the chance to learn journalism. Their goal is to help these people start a new career and a new life. Refugees are usually judged not by their situations, but by how similar they are to us. These beliefs of prejudice and racism carry over even to those in need. For more information about Doug and his team, visit @Refocus Media Labs on social media. For the Mustang Morning News, this is Kyle Farrell, Mac Bedner, and Harry Alberth.
We have the answers to today's Costa quiz. The question was, how much money does College Board earn annually from their standardized tests? The answer is D, $1.1 billion. Each AP test you take is worth $100, and around 5 million tests are taken each year. All of that money, plus SATs and PSATs, make College Board very big profits.
That's all for this show, but we're still busy reporting on our Instagram at Mustang Morning News. Follow to check out the MiraCosta 5 going up tomorrow.
Thanks for watching, Mustangs, and have a great day.